Welcome back to Incoa News. Citizens of Panjim mark the 60th anniversary of the iconic Junta House, highlighting its historic and cultural significance in the capital's identity. The occasion also saw citizens urging the government to take concrete measures to protect, restore, and preserve the landmark structure, ensuring that Junta House continues to remain an important part of Panjim's heritage for future generations.
It's a sad thing that as far as government buildings is concerned, there's absolutely no maintenance. I can't believe a building getting so bad in 60 years. If you look at the old buildings that are here, they're there for 100 years, 200 years. All houses that we are living in is 100 years and above, and here 60 years. It just means that government does not bother to maintain, look after these buildings, though we have departments, big departments like PWD and all that could have maintained these buildings. Not only Junta House, the fear is that even our old buildings, heritage buildings, are in such a dilapidated condition. It appears that the government is just waiting for them to fall. This is our issue. This building has a lot of memories. A lot of government offices were there. And if you look at the building, the architecture of the building, it's not like the buildings you have now. It has big balconies, and it meant a lot to us because it was the friendship with all the offices here. We grew up in that. I worked for many years in this building. I don't say it should not go because the condition is like this, but whatever comes up, I hope they will respect this building. And we're not going. We know that we're going to have a hotel here. And why do you need a hotel? It's only for casinos. We know that this is a backdoor entry for casinos. That is a huge problem. That will be a great disrespect to this building that was built with all government offices. If you have casino, another thing is they have given it to NBCC, and for what the contract is 70% to NBCC, which is a North Indian company of the central government, and the government gets just 30% out of it. We're actually giving away our properties to the NBCC, to private companies, and they're allowed to give it out. That is why we fear that there's going to be a casino here. And that will make us very angry because we have feelings, the people of Panjim have feelings for this building. Condition like this is because of government's negligence. And we don't say don't break it, because tomorrow if it falls down, they'll say people of Panjim and all said not to break it. So we say, okay, you have to break it, but whatever comes in its place, please see that you do justice to this building, to this space, a space where people actually felt attached to.
To add that Panjim is a city, is actually a heritage city when it comes to architecture. We have such good buildings, such a variety of architectural styles that you can learn about architecture by living in this city and knowing about how buildings came up and for what. And in this period especially, there is a 1960s, 1950s and 1960s. Before the Portuguese left and just after they left, the beginnings of Indian rule over Goa, this is a time when such interesting modernist buildings came up. Buildings that were designed for modern life, for the contemporary world, and they still can do a fantastic job if only we were. I mean, you have to maintain a building, right? All of us know that all of us live in buildings. We have to maintain your building. You can't just say, okay, I won't look at it for 10 years. This building has not been maintained for 10 years. And that is a crime, really. It's a crime. Right? And everybody knows it because we all know you have to constantly maintain a building. So if you're not doing it, you're letting it go from year to year like this, you're deliberately allowing it to get destroyed. And then it reaches a point where you say dangerous, and then nobody can say a word. Okay, once you say dangerous. So we are also may want to make the point that this is what is happening with all government buildings in Panjim and Goa, that they're being allowed to decline, okay, to deteriorate. They're being neglected, and the idea is that finally you get this prime real estate, which then you can make a lot of money out of. So we want this to stop. We want the government to start maintaining all the buildings of the city, especially these old buildings which you will never ever get again.
Of historic value because it was in Panjim's, I think even Goa's first multi-story building.
Yes.
It was, we cannot call it a skyscraper, but did not. There was no building like this. Architecturally, my colleague Amita Kanikar will talk about the architectural beauty of it all. This should have been conserved and kept, and we should have maintained it for its own heritage value. Instead, we are the government, the powers that we are leaving it to purposely become dilapidated, and then they'll say for fear of damage to life and limb, they are going to bring it down, and then something sinister comes up. This is not acceptable. This is totally not acceptable.
We don't know if the building is going to be here next year or not, so we thought we'll make a special occasion. It is a very special anniversary. So thank you everybody for coming. And we have all have very fond memories of the building. Some of us got married here, and weddings are registered, and births are registered, and Patricia used to work here, and there are lots of very good memories. So we remember this building with fondness, and we hope that whatever comes here will be equally good for the citizens of Panaji.